I have school in less than 30 minutes. I just woke up. My mum is screaming, Adrian, get up! Get up! I have to take you to school. I've got to go to work. Hurry up! Part of me opens my eyes, super crusty, reach for my phone and start scrolling. I go on Instagram and I scroll while my mum is like slamming on my door saying, Adrian, get up, we gotta go. I'm not getting changed to go in my school uniform. I'm scrolling. I'm searching. What am I searching for, you may ask? You probably have a good idea from clicking on this video. Oh, there it is. A thirst trap of some Insta model who doesn't even know I exist. That spikes my dopamine. That gives me the thoughts of, oh, I saw it, so I guess I kinda need to let one rip before I go to school. I'm in my bed. I fap 30 minutes before school while my mum is literally knocking on my door. She was like this close to opening it. Thank God she didn't open it. After this action, he'd quickly get changed, try find his stinky school uniform, put his shoes on, grab his backpack and go in mum's car. During the car ride, like going to school, you know how dirty I felt? How disgusted and just shameful deep down I felt. The fact that I did an action which didn't really help me in any way. An action which makes me put girls on pedestals. An action that makes me not humanize girls. I arrive at school, I can't even look a girl in the eye. That's how low my confidence was. That's how much fapping was ruining my life. Fast forward now to 2024, I can honestly and authentically say how much NoFap changed my life. It was one of the first self-improvement habits I heard about. I remember I heard about cold showers and NoFap at the same time, because cold showers is doing an action, whereas NoFap is not doing an action. Kind of like combine. This was February 2022, where I properly started self-improvement. It's honestly just improved my life quality so much. And I hope these 5 lessons, which I'm about to teach in this video, can help motivate and inspire you to hop on this journey and become the best version of yourself. Lesson number 1, realize fapping doesn't feel good. Younger Adrian used to always cope. He'd watch YouTube videos about, oh, do this to be successful in NoFap. Oh, this is why NoFap's good for you and the benefits you're gonna get. You become super... I'd watch these videos like you're probably watching right now, and I'm gonna be honest with you, they motivated the fuck out of me. They really, really did motivate me. The only problem was that my monkey mind, the other degenerate side of my brain, would keep saying to me that it feels good, so it must be good. I feel good when I fap, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Oh, I need a fap before bed, but it's relaxing. If I don't fap before bed, how do I sleep at night? That's what I would say, and that's what all of my degenerate old friends would say. But then genuinely ask yourself, yeah, that little bit of short-term pleasure is it does feel kind of good during the action of fapping, of releasing. But have you ever asked yourself how you feel after this action? Have you ever noticed these feelings of guilt, shame, regret? Because I know from my experience, from my chronic fapping addiction, every single time I finished this action, it was the same thoughts every time. Why did I do this? What a waste of time. And now I have no energy. I feel just like a dead zombie. I just wasted my life force on an Insta model, which these individuals that I was watching, they don't know me. I was just like a peanut getting hypnotized by some fucking evil company. This first lesson is probably one of the most important lessons because you can listen to the other lessons, but if you can't be honest and authentic with yourself, you're not going to stick to this lifestyle change at all. You're going to keep relapsing. The fact that you're watching this video, you probably relapsed last night. Please, just take my word on this. Have the mindset of realizing that this action, it does not make you feel good. It makes you feel like shit. Let's move on. Lesson number 2, keep busy. Be honest with yourself. How much time do you spend fapping in a day? 10 minutes? 30 minutes? An hour? 2 hours? I know for me, I would always cope and be like, oh, it only takes 10 minutes. I can quickly bust one out. But I was so unaware of how much time I actually was spending. The videos I would watch, they'd reel me in. I'd spend over a good 45 minutes to an hour. You probably do as well. So when you want to hop on NoFap and you want to eliminate this degenerate habit, what happens? You kind of free up a whole lot more time for yourself. You spend 1 to 2 hours a day being a degenerate and now you just want to get rid of that and be disciplined. But you're not keeping busy. You're probably going to feel super bored and ask yourself the question of, I don't watch the hub anymore. I don't scroll on Instagram anymore. Now what? If you're not keeping busy, you're just going to relapse again. Personally, how do I stay busy? I record videos. That's kind of what I'm doing now. I'll edit. I read books. Have you been reading books? Have you been reading books such as Ego is the Enemy to destroy your big ego you might have? The Charisma Myth. What are you doing in your spare time? Because I know for me, when I first hopped on NoFap, yeah, my life was pretty fucking boring. I'm no longer getting these like insane dopamine spikes. So what do I replace that with? I'm here to tell you today that replace it with stuff that's going to benefit you in the long run and stuff that isn't going to steal happiness off the future you. Stuff which is going to promote the future you. Like, I know you're probably watching this video and be like, oh, Adrian, I don't want to read a book. Books are boring. I haven't read a book since high school. Brother, suck it up. Yeah, they're pretty fucking boring. But guess what? Every single time you have the discipline to finish a book, finish a chapter, finish a page, the future you now has more education. The future you now has more knowledge. The future you now has a better vocabulary. He can speak better. He can speak more precisely and concisely. He develops actual skills which promote the future him. Fapping doesn't give you any of that. So why not replace this new amount of like free time you have for yourself with productive habits? Reading, socializing, watching podcasts, going to the gym if you don't do that basic habit already. Keep busy and NoFap will just be a whole lot more accomplishable for you. Lesson number 3, remove triggers. Congrats. You've actually been pretty successful following lesson 1, trying to like fix your mindset, like realizing fapping isn't good for you at all, and you're trying to stay busy, but you haven't followed this like third and like most important lesson. You haven't removed the triggers. You're trying to stay busy, but when you're at the gym, you're still going on Instagram. You're not going on the hub, but you're going on Instagram because you're important and you have to stay social and check your DMs because you're really important right now. That's why you're watching this video. But you're on Instagram and triggers. You see some hot girl that goes to your school who you've never spoke to IRL, but you like her pictures, kind of gives you the urge to fap again. Before you know it, your 5-day streak has ended. This is just the harsh truth. You know what's triggering you right now to relapse. You know why you're addicted to the hub. You know why you keep getting these urges like more than like a normal disciplined guy. There is no magic answer. You already know what you have to do. Your actionable step for this lesson is to unfollow any girl that you're currently following on Instagram that spikes these triggers. I don't care if it's some like girl that goes to your school and you've maybe spoke to her. Unfollow her. Unfollow all of these models, all of these triggers which ruin your self-improvement. Now your brain's probably coping. Oh, but she'll think I hate. She'll think I hate her. Adrian, I can't unfollow her. Then she'll unfollow me. Oh, and let her unfollow you. And then prove to her she made a mistake. Unfollow all of these distractions. Do the work, which I've made hundreds of videos on how to be disciplined, how to be more productive. 6 months from now, do you think she's going to regret unfollowing you? Probably. You just gained. You didn't lose anything from unfollowing her. You unfollowed her, you removed a trigger, you became more focused and disciplined, and you just leveled up by like this much. It's your monkey mind talking to you right now saying, oh, I can't unfollow her. I just can't. I'm not going to see her Insta stories anymore. I'm not going to get her Snapchats anymore. Brother, fuck the snaps! Who cares about her stories, bro? She's literally just using you for validation. I don't care how close this relationship is with you and this girl. If she's not your girlfriend, unfollow her for a period of time. Bro, you can follow her back 6 months from now. If you've like fully done the work, you're like pretty much reborn. This is what I did. Brother, 2022, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. I couldn't attract any girls. Nothing. I heard about NoFap, heard about cold showers, I heard about self-improvement as a whole. I did the work and I'm not trying to brag or validate my ego here, but like, I've been getting results. It just comes down to a matter of you trusting me or not and taking action on this advice. Unfollow her and the rest of them and you'll shock yourself. Lesson number 4, help others. Kindness is OP. How much better do you feel when you do something good for someone? When I was at the gym the other day, I was with one of my friends. We trained legs, we pushed hard. You know what I did at the end of the workout? I bought him a protein shake because why not? A little act of kindness. Now you can think, oh, that was a waste of money. You spent $5 on someone else and he didn't pay you back. It's not about that. When I committed this act of kindness, it almost gave me like a 50% motivation boost to work hard on myself. Genuinely ask yourself, do you feel better when you buy yourself something or when you buy someone else something? It's that simple. So what if I was to tell you, if you want to hop on NoFap, if you want to be consistent, and you see some of your friends are struggling with fapping as well, and they genuinely want to beat this addiction, what if you were to try help them now with everything you've learned in this video, and they actually listen to you? That's only going to motivate you even more to continue this journey. It's pretty much what I'm doing now. I'm providing you with education. It makes me feel like I need to be more disciplined now because I shared like a pretty vulnerable story at the start about how I fap first thing in the morning before school. You hearing that makes me feel like now, okay, I've got to be 10 times even more locked in now. You can do the same. Give acts of kindness, bro. Educate others other than yourself. And you'll realize how much more disciplined you become deep down just because you're genuinely like an authentic guy and you're just trying to help others. I'm going to edit this video. I'm going to rewatch this video. Do you think I'm going to fap after editing this video about NoFap? I'm kind of like separating myself from my own work. I know this is like super spiritual, but do you think I'm really going to fap after making a 30-minute video about top 5 NoFap tips? Probably not. Like, probably fucking not. So why don't you start trying to educate your friends? And I know if they're like degenerate friends, all right, piss them off. They're probably not going to listen to you. But if you know some guy who's like genuinely trying to become better, maybe send him the link of this video. I don't know. If it helped you, it's probably going to help him. You're probably on a higher level of self-improvement. You're watching these videos and he hasn't even heard of me. Help others and you're going to be a whole lot more successful in this journey. Lesson number 5, new identity. You followed lessons 1 to 4. You're a month in, you haven't touched your PP. And you slowly start to feel like your self-image is kind of positively changing. You're starting to become the guy who doesn't fap, when you were the guy who was known for just being shit with girls. What if I was to tell you a mindset which really helped me, which was every single day I didn't commit this action, it kind of felt like deep down I was making progress to creating a new identity, to becoming the guy who doesn't touch his PP. It was almost the same thing with gym. When I started going to the gym, I wasn't the jacked guy. I was a skinny, awkward guy who couldn't bench press the bar. Session by session, rep by rep, set by set, exercise by exercise, my identity slowly started to change. I became jacked in like, a couple years of hard work. Right now, your self-image is pretty fucking poor. The reason why you keep failing NoFap, you keep following all the other lessons, but you keep failing, because you haven't got that identity yet. It just hasn't been enough time. No shit, you're not feeling much like benefits from doing NoFap in the first place if you can only do it for like a month. When you've been doing this action for like fucking 8 years, bro. You think shit's gonna change in a month? You think you're gonna have unreal confidence in a month? No. This was a chronic, like serious addiction. It takes time. And that's fine because the time's gonna go by anyway. Don't feel impatient. Can't speed up time, just take it step by step. Get a whiteboard and set goals so that can like help keep you accountable. Day by day, week by week, month by month, you're slowly gonna peel off your old identity and become that new, much more like hyper masculine version of yourself. It just takes time, bro. And I know this probably wasn't the answer you wanted to hear. You clicked on this video because you probably were feeling like a little bit impatient. You probably may have just fapped before watching this video. But it takes time, and that's okay because I'm 22 now. I started this journey when I was like 20, that was 2 years ago. It feels like yesterday. I can't imagine what my progress is gonna be in the next 2 years if I can just continue this journey of self-improvement. I wanna start a movement. I wanna start a brotherhood of like guys who are trying to become better. Let's be honest. Guys are actually like pretty lonely right now. I remember I saw some stat of like some graph, male loneliness is only getting worse and worse. Self-improvement is dying. These habits aren't as like popular as they once were like 2-3 years ago. Take action on these lessons, share them with others, so every guy can hear this and improve themselves, because that's where true fulfillment is. The fulfillment never comes from instant gratification. It comes from challenging yourself. It comes from being disciplined. It comes from doing the work and looking back at younger you and realizing, oh my God, I've made so much progress in a year. Thank God I listened to Adrian and followed his NoFap lessons. That really helped and improved the quality of my life. Create yourself a new identity. Become reborn. I hope this video motivated and educated you. I'm currently doing one-on-one coaching mentorship. It'll be the first link in the description. Make sure to click the subscribe button and also click that little bell icon. It'll kind of like remind you of when I post videos and you can watch them as soon as humanly possible. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.